A well-dressed group of Timberwolves as they made their way to the locker room. They love playing in front of their raucous home crowd. Traffic heading in and out of downtown Minneapolis, Minnesota. The setting for our broadcast tonight. Welcome and happy holidays from 2K Sports. It's time for NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan courtside with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our reporter tonight on the sideline, David Aldridge. Hey, Dave.
Kevin, thanks. With the new G League Pathway program, some say that the NBA is competing now with college hoops for top.
DA, thanks a lot. And let's now take a look at some of the numbers for D'Angelo Russell.
And you can see the surge in his level of confidence lately just by looking at that true shooting percentage. It's been moving straight up in the past 5 games. I think he's feeling.
And a look at the starters for San Antonio. We've got Murray. Johnson is out there with Michael Porter. Then it's Ball, and it's Pirtle in at center. And for Minnesota, Towns is out there with Jay Crowder. Then it's Will Barton. Then there's Kelly Oubre. And it's Russell in at the 1. Greg, at the beginning of every season, we'd love to see players that have worked on something during the offseason that they now have added to their game in the new season.
No doubt about it, Kevin. You know, the work doesn't end when the season ends. If you're trying to improve your skill set, or if you're trying to just put on muscle, that kind of stuff needs to be done during the break. You need to have an assessment in the off right after the season. Hey, where can I get better? And then you spend the offseason on that challenge.
Season never really ends.
It works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Russell inside. He's covered by Ball. What you love about Crowder, he gives you a little bit of everything at both ends.
I mean, defensively, he'll take on anybody. He's smart, draws a lot of charges. Offensively, he can stretch the floor, and he'll make the extra pass. He's also an opportunistic rebounder.
Ball against Russell. Murray, no good. Well, it was the San Antonio Spurs winning their last game against the Grizzlies.
And as shaky as they looked in that game, guys, it showed a lot of mental toughness that they were able to come out and get a win.
Anytime you can play through missing shots and being a little out of sync and still maintain the hustle and effort and intensity that's needed to win, that's a good sign and could go a long way towards success.
Johnson can't hit. Minnesota's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. To the middle. Here's, oh my goodness! What a play!
Exactly what you want from your point guard. Nice dime to the open teammate by Russell.
Knocked away. Johnson outside. Ball, the bounce pass. Pirtle against Towns. And that one drops for him.
Really amazing body control by Pirtle. Just taking the hit head on and finishing through the contact. I love it.
Murray against Barton. That shot, no good. And it's the Spurs taking it the other way. Ball feeling it out a bit. Here's Barton. He's coming off a 13-point game against Detroit. Russell passes to Barton. Crowder against Johnson. Pass to Russell. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
And let's take a moment here to see some of the numbers for Ball. He's averaging 15 points a game, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds. And you talk about guys who just have a nose for putting up points. He is one of them.
Yeah, he sure is, and he rarely has back-to-back bad games. If he has an off night, he usually follows that up with a big night.
You can't miss those, but even the best do on occasion.
It's stolen by Johnson. And a fast break now for the Spurs. It's tipped.
Can't take the reach and length of Barton lightly, effective at using it to snuff out shots.
Crowder finds Russell. the Spurs. This their first chance to take a look at the Timberwolves this season.
And going back to last season, they really struggled for wins. And even against a team like this with comparable talent, they didn't manage one win in the season series.
Yeah, and you know they wanted to have a better showing against them. Maybe they can take a step in the right direction tonight.
Timeout, timeout.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last timeout.
You could see it in that game. Despite the odds going against them, once it got to OT, they had that belief and resolve that they could win.
Sometimes we've seen it happen where a team that's supposed to be the underdog gets the game into OT, and then the momentum swings their way.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Russell against Ball. Lets a floater go, and it's Russell missing.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lay-in.
And there's Murray on the assist by Ball.
Murray showing you real poise that time, guys, converting on aggressive defense. The concentration, outstanding.
Now here's Towns. In the game against Detroit, very impressive. Can they get it? Shoots the three. Another miss by Minnesota.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Porter, good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Russell finds Crowder. And Crowder leaves it in.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Murray against Barton. Russell kicks to Oubre. Tipped away and stolen by Murray. And here we go. Fast break. Murray's got it. Basket good. Murray's got 6 points.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Down low. Here's Crowder. And Crowder leaves it in.
You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent passing.
Ball against Russell. Now Ball. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
Yeah, these defenders just looked a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Timberwolves trail by 9. Barton outside. Back to Russell. Outside Crowder. To the inside. And Russell gets it to go.
It took him a while, but he finally gets one to fall.
For the Spurs with the ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Outside Porter. Back to Ball. From the arc. Oubre pulls it in. The Timberwolves have gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. Russell, no good.
It has not been his game so far. I mean, he's trying his best, giving great effort, but little has gone his way.
You know, you grew up with aspirations of someday getting into politics. Any current players who you could see maybe taking that same route?
No doubt. There's several guys in today's game. You know, Harrison Barnes has the polish, and I know he's had some thoughts that maybe going in that direction. Teammates nicknamed Malcolm Brogdon the president for his stately demeanor and commitment to effecting change. I absolutely see him trying to have an impact socially moving forward. There's several guys, again, who not only have the voice, but the courage to speak out about things that matter most to them.
Many sharp guys in the NBA. Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Markieff Morris is checked in for Crowder. Malik Beasley comes in for Oubre. And Satoransky subbed in for Will Barton.
Hey, I tell you what, I've got a 39-inch shirt sleeve. Karl Anthony Towns has to be north of 40, and with that reach, you can see why he snatches up those rebounds.
Here is Porter after the made shot from Karl Anthony Towns. Just 5 on the clock. And so it's Russell with it. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. 7-point differential. Beasley, the pass to Morris. Back to Beasley. Over Barnes. Here's Towns. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
You know, despite his youth, Towns sees the big picture. I mean, gets points any way you can, and we'll see if he can cash in at the line here.
And last season, Karl Anthony Towns shooting over 40% from three-point range with over 8 attempts a game. I mean, Greg, he is in the conversation, don't you think, for best three-point shooting center of all time?
It's amazing, Kevin. His volume of threes is unprecedented for the center position. And it's not just standstill. Catch and shoot triples. He's hitting step backs. You could have that title when it's all said and done.
And there's the call on Karl Anthony Towns. That'll be his second foul of the game. Biyombo is checked in for Minnesota. I'm glad we got to see the mobile one block once more. What a play.
And that'll give him a jolt. Nothing like a rejection to light a fire under.
Now, here's Walker. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Here's Zeller. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
You know, Zeller was a high draft pick. This guy was the 4th overall pick in this draft, but he's more of a blue-collar guy. Great work ethic and is eager to learn, always in learning mode.
And so Zeller nails both of them.
And you look at what Zeller did on a per-minute basis last year. The scoring and rebounding were up.
And part of that, Greg, was that he also took more three-pointers than ever before. It's certainly not his game, but it seems like every big guy now has to at least be respectable from behind the arc, just the way the game is being played.
Now here's Barnes. He had 15 points last out. Walker in the post. Russell's there. Lyles kicks to White. That one misses. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. Outside Russell. Beasley against Barnes. Kicks it out to Beasley. And the basket good. A back shot that time.
That's sharp shooting there from Beasley. Normally we see him a lot deeper, but that time he chose to step inside the line.
Zeller dishes to White. The kick out to Barnes. Offline with his 3.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Up top, Russell. He's covered by Zeller. That one falls. And now just a 3-point Spurs lead.
Gets one to fall, but only his second make in the first 7 attempts.
Walker finds White.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man.
And it's Russell missing.
You know, he looks a little off kilter to me this quarter. Still trying to find his rhythm.
Here's White. Biyombo with the block.
Excellent timing by Biyombo and an impressive vertical, too. He's a good shot blocker because of that.
Spurs leading by 3. Walker taking his time here. Beasley with the steal. A finish, and it's Beasley finishing it off.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
This is it to Zeller. We've got 1:28 left here in the first quarter. And the dunk by Zeller.
Very capable as a point guard is Derek White, showing off his playmaking skills there.
White against Russell. Shoots over White. Russell, no good.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
And the trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well.
Walker's shot is off. Timberwolves trail by 3. Right side, Russell. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And to this point on the season, guys, 80% from the line. He's done a really good job.
Guys, he's slightly fallen off his pace from a year ago at the line. And those points from the stripe have been a little harder to come by.
Here's Okogie. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Beasley outside. There's 25 seconds left in the first. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Here's Okogie. Satoransky covering. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence. He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Timberwolves lead by 2. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. And recently, D'Angelo Russell, Greg, told us about some offseason.
Man, I picked a lot of people's brains, going.
Greg doing what he can do to reach that immense potential.
You know, the talent is there. There's never been a question about that, but you also have to be reliable and accountable, both to yourself and to your team. Sounds like that's becoming his focus.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And what do you guys think about Minnesota here in this one?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Oh, there's no doubt about it, guys. Without those second chance points, this game would have had a much different feel to it.
Oubre out there with Morris. Then there's Thomas Satoransky. Then it's Malik Beasley. And it's Biyombo at the 5 down low. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Timberwolves. Here's White following the bucket by the Timberwolves. The tray. And that one goes. First for him tonight, 1 for 8.
White that time, feeling the separation, was able to shoot that shot with rhythm.
We play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Here's Oubre, and he uses the glass on the lane. And the Timberwolves lead by 3.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Okogie, the pass to White. Oubre pulls it in.
He's been ice cold tonight. And, you know, you look at the scoreboard, guys, they really could have used his contribution.
They get it back. Spurs trail by 3. And here's the fast break. It's good from Barnes on the assist by White.
One thing you don't want to let Barnes do is get comfortable in the open floor. I mean, he's outstanding at running past the opposition in transition.
Now, here's Satoransky. He points his last outing. For 3, Beasley. There it is, his third basket. He's taken 7 shots to get those 3.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Towns, he's checked in for Bismack Biyama. Jay Crowder comes in for Markieff Morris. And it's Will Barton in for Satoransky. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Naka Pirtle's checked in for Cody Zeller. Michael Porter comes in for Trey Lyles. Johnson, he's checked in for Barnes. And Murray subbed in for White. All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Well, I like the fact they've already been getting a lot of high-quality shots in the paint.
And they're also clicking at the free throw line, not wasting any of those opportunities.
Now here's Barton. Five on the clock. A shot off that time. So the Spurs will take it the other way. When this game is done, they'll be off to Orlando and they'll take on the Magic. That'll be the second of this two-game road trip. Here's Murray. Rejected by Crowder. Barton against Murray. It's Barton on the wing. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Puts it up from 12. And it's Towns missing. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for San Antonio. They trail by 3, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. So many people know your story, born and raised in Las Vegas. It must have been an amazing feeling then to lead UNLV to its only championship.
I mean, Kevin, you know, playing in front of so many people you know has its pros and cons.
Right.
But to be a part of that 1990 championship team and the only one we've been able to hoist and to have my jersey hanging in that rafter, it's humbling, and yes, it brings back a lot of fun memories.
Like historically good, right? When you think of that team, what that meant, it has a historic place.
It does. We felt like we were able to etch our mark in terms of the laurels of the game of college basketball. The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Porter, no luck. Timberwolves have gone just 33% for the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9. And that one is good by Beasley.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Ball, no good. Timberwolves have gone 4 of 10 in the second quarter from the field. 3-pointer, Barton. Ball with the rebound. Ball's got his 5th rebound in this one. Murray, the pass to Johnson. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Jay Crowder. These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And his free throws are falling at a rate of only about 72% on the season. Not terrible, but listen, you obviously would expect him to do better.
He's had trouble putting up the same numbers from the foul line that he put up last season. They should be in front right now, but he'll be relieved not to have come up totally empty there.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Now, here's Ball. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Memphis.
And even while he was piling up all those points, he still found a way to create chances for his teammates. The assists just kept on coming.
And that one's good by Porter.
Well, you know, on the inside, Porter is a very skilled player. He understands that you've got to be multi-dimensional, a lot of versatility to your game to be effective inside.
Barton finds Oubre. Porter with a block.
And, you know, as he learns the game at this level, he's going to block more shots. Porter has the length and the ability to move his feet.
A lot of give and take between these sides early.
And both teams look like they came to play. We should have a good
Martin dishes to Beasley. Towns in the corner. Fires the 3. Rebound by Johnson.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And a look now at San Antonio's upcoming schedule. On Tuesday, they'll go up against Russell Westbrook and the Orlando Magic. Then on Wednesday, they're taking on Paul Millsap and the Portland Trail Blazers.
And Kevin, I think you have to look at this as an opportunity to take a step forward. Sometimes tough road trips can bring the best out of a team and bring you closer together.
Free throw good. Porter.
Well, it was a bumpy start to his career for Michael Porter. I mean, this guy had his entire rookie season taken away because of back surgery and had a big mountain to climb just to get back out on the court. But, you know, to his credit, he made the climb.
Russell, he's checked in for Beasley. And San Antonio with a change here, too. Walker's checked in for Murray. Towns, no luck. Spurs leading by 3.
And Jakob Poeltl, he's carved himself a good chunk of rotation minutes with how he's played.
Yeah, I love his game. I like his agility. I like his hands, his touch. I mean, he's a big, mobile guy. I think he's gotten to a good spot where he's dangerous in pick-and-roll action now, too, Greg. A solid defender. A guy like that is always going to find minutes.
Now, here's Walker. Following the missed shot by Will Barton. And here's Russell. He picked up 36 points in the last one against the Pistons in Detroit.
And he was also a terrific creator in that game as well. His assist total show you what a fantastic all-around effort it was.
Really starting to find himself now, guys, after getting shut out in the first quarter.
Ball against Russell. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep him there is to build a championship caliber team around him. I think that is your saving grace. If you can prove to them that you can build a championship caliber team, I don't really think that there is a reason to want to leave.
It's a solid blueprint. And a wide open look for Walker. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle starts for San Antonio.
Well, you have to admire their intensity in the paint defensively. I mean, really contesting and even blocking shots. Definitely a factor early.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
Here's Russell following the three-pointer by San Antonio. Chalk up 2 there.
Man, what a nice read. Exquisite, perfect timing by D'Angelo off the pick and roll.
Here's San Antonio. They're on a 13-5 run here. Now, here's Ball. 8 points for him.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard.
Guys, it is symbolic of their effort here tonight.
Oubre against Johnson. Back to Barton. Rebound, San Antonio.
You know, scoring efficiency has been low, and it's not helping them on the scoreboard.
Here's Johnson. Almost, but it rolls out. Timberwolves trail by 7. Barton right side. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
You know, Barton is a sinewy, mobile guard. I mean, he's tough to defend without fouling because of how thick and slippery he is.
Morris is checked in for Minnesota. Satoransky comes in for Oubre. San Antonio also making some changes. Cody Zeller's checked in for Jakob Poeltl. Isle comes in for Porter. And it's Harrison Barnes in for Johnson. Now here's Walker. He's got 5. Down it goes, his 3rd basket. He's now 3 for 4.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Here's Morris. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Russell kicks to Barton. Good at Russell picking up the assist. Russell's got 4 assists in the game.
Yeah, he's owning them on the offensive end, but, you know, he can't do it by himself.
Now, here's Ball. 8 points for him. Barnes outside. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Boy, strength and body control on display there from Barnes. I can tell you what, he's got a competitive spirit to him. He doesn't want any defender to get the better of him.
Here's Barton. He's got 11. Denied once again, misfiring at a 30% rate. He's 3 for 10 now.
Yeah, and a dangerous trend here as they're starting to live and die with outside jumpers.
Really good point. I mean, you want to keep that balance, and attacking inside creates space for shooters, and having shooters creates opportunities inside, so it works hand in glove.
Now, here is Russell. He's got 9 to the paint. Barton against Walker. It's Barton on the wing. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. Stolen by Walker. Drops in the breakaway layup. Walker's got 9 points now in the quarter.
And that keeps him perfect from the field this quarter.
51 seconds left in the second quarter. Moore is trying to free himself up. Offensive rebound. Second chance shot. That will not get it done. He's 0 for 2. San Antonio leading by 8. Here's Walker. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Minnesota's gone 4-7 on 3-point shots in the second quarter. And Satoransky kicks to Barton. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It goes on Cody Zeller.
You know, one of the things that's fun to watch, guys, is the evolution of the player. And Barton has really evolved into a solid player. Even though he was a second-round pick, he's come a long way.
Both free throws good from Barton.
They've hit every one of their free throws here in the second quarter. Very important when you're trailing.
Outside, White. Zeller. He nails the buzzer beater.
With Zeller, you've got to get a body on him, because if you don't, he's going to hurt you on the offensive glass.
And the first half is now in the books. It's set.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K. A pretty close game for the Spurs throughout the first quarter. Some good moments from both teams, but as the first period wrapped. And that's going to do it.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. Gotta like what Will Barton has done in this game.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on them from deep here. You talk about dialed in.
Well, you know, the stroke looks fantastic. Even when he's had a hand in his face, it hasn't affected him at all.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the court right now for the Spurs, we've got Johnson. All out there with DeJounte Murray. Then there's Jakob Poeltl. And it's Porter in a power forward.
Boy, Murray showing you he can play above the rim. This guy's got major bounce as he punched that one down.
Russell against Ball.
Not a whole lot going down for him at this point. He just can't buy a break.
Here's Porter, and finished off by Porter.
Boy, what a big night for Porter Jr. Coaching staff believes he has the potential to play like this all the time.
Second half just getting started. About a minute played. Russell passes to Morris. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
Johnson dishes the ball. A floater. bucket is good. Bulls got the lead up to 14 now for the Spurs.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Morris finds Russell. Back to Morris. And Pirtle sends it back.
And Pirtle deserves a lot of credit for his shot blocking ability. He's a dynamic and dynamite shot blocker.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
And what's been impressive is that it's not been any one player. It's been a collective effort, contributions from everybody.
Oubre can't get it to go.
Ouch. 5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start coming out of halftime.
And it's blocked. And he gets it back. Pirtle kicks to Murray.
Switch.
The second chance effort. That one's not going to go. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way.
Just as Kelly Oubre was coming into his own as an NBA starter, a meniscus tear in his right knee ended his season. Now, back in action, we'll see how quickly he can recover his explosive athleticism.
And now the Timberwolves on the break. Oubre's got the ball.
And they need those kind of plays right now. Smart defense that generates some hope.
And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Spurs. At one point, they led by 16. Murray outside. Pirtle with the ball. And he banks in the layup.
Timeout.
Pirtle's got 6. And before the injury, Kelly Oubre playing a career high in minutes. 38 to 40 minutes a game with regularity. G8, do you think that load could have contributed to his injury?
Look, Kevin, all young players want those minutes, but that right knee had troubled him for a while. PRP treatment back in 2017, and perhaps some questions for the Suns training staff. And he has not been on his game here. He's forcing a lot of shots, and the team is suffering because of it. It's time for him to focus on getting his teammates involved.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Towns, he's checked in for Morris. And it's Beasley in for Barton. Pass to Towns. Oubre for 3. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. 9 points in the game so far.
Well, you certainly can't fault him as the reason they're behind. He's been on target and on top of his game.
Murray, the pass to Porter. Back to Murray. Fires from deep. Rebound, Minnesota. Towns has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And the wide open shot from Crowder. And there's another one for the Timberwolves.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Murray surveying the D. The dish to Pirtle. Here's Porter. Rebound, Minnesota. Towns has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Oubre kicks to Russell. And there's another one for the Timberwolves.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Spurs leading by 7. Outside Porter. Back to Ball. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Ball's got 12.
Boy, good vision that time from Michael Porter Jr. Saw the wide open teammate and then got the pass to him right on time.
And it's Beasley in the corner. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
It's certainly been an impressive run. They finally found the right formula to break down the defense.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major or it could be just a slight tweak.
White is checked in for Ball.
Still early on in this new basketball season for San Antonio. And here's where they sit in the NBA rankings.
And they've been strong in the rebounding department, up in the top 10. And it's just not one guy. Really, it's been about the entire group collectively.
Pirtle. Here is Porter, defended by Crowder. Good on the shot. Porter's got 6 points in the quarter.
Just make sure you keep getting him touches. I mean, you love what he's doing at the offensive end. Don't go away from it.
Oubre for 3. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got his 7th assist here tonight.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Pirtle kicks to Murray. Here's Pirtle. He has 6. And he makes that one. 8 points for him.
There's no stopping Pirtle when he has the ball in that spot. Just abusing the defense down in the paint.
Russell against Murray. 8 feet away. That one's good. The San Antonio lead is cut back down to 5 points in the make from Russell.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take it.
Pirtle's shot is off.
And guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Not at all. I mean, that's where they want him looking for a teammate, not trying to do it on his own. He needs to share the wealth there.
Here's Russell. The kick out to Town. And the 3 off target.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And then Johnson with the jam.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish.
Guys, they're not backing off at all, are they?
Russell passes to Oubre. Here's Crowder. Banked in off the glass. Crowder's got 4 points now in the quarter.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defender.
Murray, good.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
Towns dishes to Russell. Oubre.
Orchestrating the offense like a vet. D'Angelo getting everybody involved.
Now Murray. 10 points for him. And there's the pass to Porter. Oubre against Johnson. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
Boy, guys, I really like how they've driven the ball to the basket in this game. I mean, they've been very aggressive with it.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Satoransky's checked in. Then for the Spurs, Cody Zeller's checked in for Pirtle. Barnes comes in for Michael Porter. And Okogie subbed in for DeJounte Murray. Beasley kicks to Russell. Here's Towns, and Towns throws it down.
Oh, I love how Towns plays with a chip on his shoulder. He brings it every night with force.
Here's Okogie. Tries again. Count it. Zeller's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamorous stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
And they double up Russell. Now here's Satoransky. Tight defense on him. 4 on the shot clock. And it's Beasley in the corner. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got assist number 10 tonight with that last one.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Zeller finds White. That one goes in. And here's Russell. He's got 15. The kick out to Town. No good on the 3.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Barnes passes to White. He dishes it to Zeller. Johnson outside. His three-pointers off the mark.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
Zeller dishes to White. Crowder pulls it in. Crowder's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
It's really surprising that they're up at this point, given that he struggled so mightily.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
This is his second attempt at the line tonight. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Markieff Morris is checked in for Jay Crowder. And it's Will Barton in for Malik Beasley. The Spurs also changing it up. Trey Lyles checked in for Johnson. And it's Lonnie Walker in for White. Pass to Zeller. Back to Walker. It's rebounded by Towns.
You know, the fact is, he's not a lock from there, but he was open enough to where he should have hit that shot.
Right side, Russell. For the lead, Towns trying to get open, and Russell with the lay-in. Russell's got 11 in the second half.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Passes it to Okogie. And Zeller kicks to Walker. And Thomas Satoransky gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile One block?
And read the play perfectly. Gets himself in the air at the right moment. Terrific denial.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Free throw's good. Lyle. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Oubre's checked in. Ball's checked in for the Spurs. Here's Lyles. Nice follow through on the fadeaway.
You know, of all the things Okogie does well, his passing tends to get overshadowed at times. I mean, easy to see how creative he is on this feed.
Towns against Ball. Towns, no luck. San Antonio leading. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Martin against Walker. Pass to Barnes. Lyles inside, covered by Oubre. For 3, Okogie. And it's Russell with the rebound. Now, here's Satoransky.
Hey, he's listed at 6'4", but Okogie has an absolutely insane 7-foot wingspan. That really helped with his defense.
And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Spurs lead by 2. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. We've got Oubre. Thomas Satoransky is out there with D'Angelo Russell. Then it's Will Barton, and it's Towns. And at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the Timberwolves 5. And so Walker nails both of them.
Well, a look at Lonnie Walker, the 18th pick in that 2018 draft. He's being brought along slowly as the team loves his potential, but he has a lot to smooth out with his game.
Barton outside. Off target from outside.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
Ray, you talk about the upside with Lonnie Walker. This team loves his athleticism.
You know, not the typical Spurs-type player we've seen targeted in the past. An athletic maniac who can fly end to end. The polish to his game will come. It's just going to take some time.
Walker against Oubre. Walker's shot is off. Timberwolves trail. Russell left side. Kicks it to Barton. And the pass to Towns. To tie it up. And he hits the jumper for two.
The inside-outside game of Towns very solid. Not many big men can match him in that department.
Pass to Wiles. Vicious to Walker. And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Jay Crowder's checked in for Russell. Spurs also with the sub. Porter's checked in. Towns against Barnes.
And what a day on the glass for a guy who's given up a lot of size out on the floor.
Feeds it to Crowder. Back to Satoransky. And the layup is good. And the Timberwolves lead by 2.
And offensively, they seem to have turned a corner.
Yeah, I don't know if it's coincidence or not, but a much better half since they changed hoops. They're really looking strong here.
Inside, Towns with the steal. Outside, Crowder. Here's Oubre. That's good again. His 7th basket, 7 for 10 from the floor.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They got to offer more resistance here.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
Trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, you know, they had to do something, anything to stop this run. You can't just let it go on any longer.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Acapurdo comes in for Trey Lyles, and Murray subbed in for Barnes. He has a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, during the last break, I listened to Greg Popovich talk to his team. He told his guys the inside game is working, so stick with it. It means posting, slashing, getting to the rim, whatever produces these high percentage looks. Kevin, back to you.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Boy, Murray's court vision very sharp, and he's unselfish too. You love seeing that combination.
Satoransky, the pass to Towns. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the 4th quarter.
Boy, I think they've lost their intensity. I mean, the defensive pressure is lacking this half.
Ball against Barton. Outside, Ball. That's in. He's 7 for 12 now in the game.
And since halftime, he has been a different player.
Minnesota in the lead. Satoransky with it. Hit the floater, and he sinks the layup. Satoransky's got 4 this quarter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Yeah, they're making the most of their opportunities at the stripe, and they'll need to keep it up to take the lead.
Beasley's checked in for the Timberwolves. San Antonio also making a switch. Johnson's checked in. Here's Towns, and Towns throws it down.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now.
Well, you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that.
Ball, the pass to Johnson. San Antonio again missing. Johnson against Oubre. Passes it to Towns. And the layup's good off the glass. Now it's a 7-point Timberwolves lead.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Ball with the bucket.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind the layup. Come on now.
And Barton throws it down.
Speed and athleticism of Barton, superb. So venomous on these drives to the rim. Take that, fellas.
Ball with it. Now guarded by Towns. And here are the Timberwolves. They're on an 18-7 run. Shot by Crowder, no good. Spurs trail by 7. Oh, Porter in position. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And guys, he has all the makings of an elite scorer. Porter combines size, athleticism, and terrific shot-making ability. That is rare.
Towns down low. Hurdles there. Three-pointer. Martin. Timberwolves with a fresh shot clock. 2 points. That one goes. Crowder's got the lead up to 7 now for the Timberwolves.
And after only making 35% of their shots in that first half, they are slowly getting into a groove here in the second.
From 7. Kicks it out to Johnson. And the 3 ball is good.
And easy to understand why many believe Porter is the complete package, skilled at making the correct pass.
Barton finds Towns. Martin with it. Towns against Pirtle. And it's Towns missing.
You know, guys, you can tell he wants to contribute more, but his teammates have picked up the slack for him. That's what being on the team is all about.
Pass the ball from deep. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 4 assists in the game.
They didn't get a chance to knock one down in the first. The defense left him a look, and he nailed it. He'll make them pay when he's open.
And the Timberwolves call time here.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath.
And now, let's present our New Balance player of the game, Kelly Oubre.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight, just amazing. He hadn't just been gunning. He's been picking his spots, and you need that kind of patience and discipline to shoot as well as he had.
Russell, he's checked in for Barton. Here's Russell with the 3. Connects from 3-point range. Russell's got 14 points now in the second half.
Tell you what, guys, this has clearly been his half. When he's getting to a spot, shooting the ball with confidence, excellent turnaround for him.
And that one drops.
I'll tell you what, guys, there's not much more he can do. I mean, he's been on fire, yet they still trail in this game.
Russell against Ball. It's Russell with the drive. And Crowder with the basket on the assist by Russell. Russell's got assist number 11 for him here tonight. Spurs trail by 4. Ball kicks to Murray. The pass to Johnson. Pass to Pirtle. Now Porter. Oubre with the steal. And it's Russell in the corner. To the paint. Here's Thomas. Oh.
Mercy, mercy me. How about this combo, guys? Part super athlete, part contortionist. Towns continues to impress.
Ball finds Pirtle. Russell looking it over. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And now an 8-point Timberwolves lead. Breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Minnesota.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
Yeah, I think you also have to give them a lot of credit for how well they've risen up to meet shooters to challenge shots in this game. A lot of blocked shots tonight.
And a nice spark for their offense here in the second half. Now above 50% for the game.
And, you know, guys, that kind of offensive efficiency really keeps a lot of pressure on the opponent, and that's part of why the lead is what it is.
Down low, Pirtle. Cloak loose, and that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. Ball dishes to Porter. Like at 6.
And that's Russell. I mean, has the length to disrupt and bother shots, even against bigger or more explosive athletes.
There's the 3. The shot will not fall. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. Beasley against Porter. Will it go? And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And at 6'10", Porter is a threat to score inside, which is why the defense trying to rough him up a bit.
First one falls for him. Will Barton, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. And Porter drops them both. Timberwolves leading by 8. 1:58 left in the fourth quarter. Teardrop shot, and that one's good. Russell's got 9 points in the quarter.
Nice reaction by D'Angelo to the defense sagging back. Just drops in the simple floater there.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. They trail by 10. 1:51 left in the game. Porter against Crowder. Got that one, and the Minnesota lead has been cut down to 7 on the bucket from Porter.
How about that smooth shot from the arc from Porter? He's got such a confident release in deep range, too.
And they double up Russell to the inside. And the dunk by Towns.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
Porter against Crowder. Now here's Porter. Guarded closer. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Ball from long range. A rebound by the Timberwolves. 1:04 left in the fourth quarter. Russell with the bucket.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for Minnesota.
The differential in assists led to a lot of open looks and also helped to get more guys involved in the offense easily.
And they made the defense adjust, but they just couldn't come up with an answer.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season.
And in what should be an exciting 4-game season series between these two teams, they have to feel great about taking this first one against the Spurs.
A very solid win indeed. And when you check out the box score, there were some great numbers for D'Angelo Russell.
Well, the defense just couldn't figure him out, and he continued to put it to him.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Biombo is checked in for Towns. Achua comes in for Jay Crowder. Juan Hernangomez, he's checked in for Oubre. And Hayes subbed in for Barton. From deep three-point range, it's hauled in by Lyles. Guys, no real chance for them to come back now.
Yeah, I think the focus has to be on their next game at this point.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock, and it's Samanic missing. Here's Russell. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity, and this is what they came out to do.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan.